Hey everybody, Richard Roy 2 here. This is responding to Kevin, PrecambrianLullaby. A series of communications we've been having back and forth to the nature of knowledge, knowing, perception. Um, it said it's in our nature to not trust our senses. We're always checking with others to test the veracity of our senses, whether it's actually giving us good information, such as does this milk taste bad to you, and you hand it to somebody else, they can taste it. It's funny about something like that, because we all have individual tastes. Some people like things that other people don't. And so to ask somebody else if this tastes good, to them, it would be a rather strange sort of thing. I like Buckley's, it tastes great to me. But I would think that it's not necessarily a distrust of our own senses so much as maybe a healthy skepticism. I had a little bit of an exercise long time ago as a kid in school, grade school I believe it was, in the gymnasium. The gym teacher did something, got everybody to spread out across the gymnasium floor, lie down on their backs far enough away from each other so they could spread out their arms and legs. Now, he never really said the purpose of this experiment. It seemed like he was possibly just trying to surprise us, but it stuck in my mind, you know. It was kind of a strange thing. He got us to lie on our backs, close our eyes, and put our arms out to our sides. And you can try it yourself. What he did is he got us to very slowly as you possibly could, bring your arms up until they met. And then he said, okay, now hold them there for a minute. Now bring them back down as slowly as you can, just like you did when you brought them back up, and you brought them back down. And there is a point at which your mind will think that the floor is at a certain place, and it feels, when you do this, as though your hands are going below the level of the floor. So your mind seems to have forgotten, or it's lost its calibration as to where your hands are relative to the rest of your body. So it would seem that I've come to, more recently, I've come to the conclusion of that experiment. Now, the teacher didn't say anything about what it was about. It's like kind of a bizarre sort of thing, you know, getting the kids to do something. But I started to think that, well, basically the senses in the skin are constantly feeding information to the mind and calibrating, letting it know where the body parts are relative to the rest of the body parts. So if you go too slow, you go beyond its capacity to remember, so to speak, where the relative position is. And again, it's a sensory apparatus thing. There's probably finite length of time that it has effect, let's say. And I expect a lot of different senses get coordinated in a similar fashion. But it is an interesting discussion that we're pursuing here. But basically, a lot of the scientific knowledge that we have is a subjective collectivism, or collective subjectivism, so to speak, to create what we would call objectivity. I guess this is as close to objectivity as we can get, is it? What do you think? Thanks, Kevin. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.